So if you've been watching my last couple videos, I recently got a new laptop and I was going to get a whole bunch of new plugins, but I decided to start over from scratch and kind of just take you guys along my journey of slowly getting plugins. So the last couple videos we made beats using stock plugins only, and I used stock plugins and stock mixing plugins. In this video we're going to do the same thing with the exception of one plugin. So I got Halftime, and it's a super cheap plugin, so don't be saying, oh, you're using all these plugins that we can't afford. It's $12, so invest in yourself if you really believe in yourself. But with that being said, let's get right into it. I want to start off really basic for this video, so I'm going to start off with FL keys. And when you first open this plugin, it kind of is like kind of quiet with the keys. So what I do is I just turn the sensitivity knob all the way down, and it brings up the sensitivity so you can hear it a lot better. I'm going to change the key to C sharp minor, and then we'll do 133. Since I want to make a dark beat, I want to keep this really simple, so I'm going to start off with just 2 chords. So we'll make a triad, and then we'll just suspend that one. We'll copy this over. I think we'll go with something like this, just real basic. And I'm gonna shorten up these top notes and just make it into a little melody. Yeah, something like that. Copy this over. We might even just copy that same melody, so just have this one go like this. We might even do something like this, just kind of switch it up a bit. Let's pitch this up. We'll do... yeah, we'll pitch it up 2 semitones. We'll change it to D sharp. One thing I do like to do is kind of just throw this on a sampler first in case I make any major changes and I kind of want to go back to the original pattern. So we'll change this out to, let's try Poison or Poison. I think that's how you say it. All right, let's see. They got ARPs in here. What else they got? All right, let's go to the pads. See what we can find. This is low-key tough. Hold on. Let's try to copy over the bass line to kind of give a little more, fill out the melody a little more. And then I'm gonna actually pitch this up so you can hear it a little better. And when I have a sound like this, it's like a pad that has a slow build-up, I'll just duplicate the pattern, because when you export it out, sometimes it has a slow build-up. All right, let's keep that same pattern. We'll stay in this plugin, and I'm just gonna pitch this up an octave so we can kind of fill in a lot more of that high end. We're going to switch this out to, let's see what kind of leads they have. Hold on, that low-key sounds tough. Hold on. Let's pitch this up an octave again. What? Tough. Alright, so now this is where I'm going to use the plugin Halftime. And if you still want to say I'm cheating because I didn't use all stock plugins, what you can do is you can grab the waveform. So just go right here on the waveform right here. Click this stretch knob and then just bring this from an 8 bar to a 16 bar. It's going to give you the same type of effect that Halftime does. Yeah, that sounds hard. All right, so same thing. I'm gonna just export that out real quick. All right, let's see what else we got. So I kind of want to add some type of strings to this. So I think Citrus has some pretty good stuff. All right, so I kind of like this sound right here. It's called Pure FM2. And I'm gonna follow just a simple pattern. Maybe something like this. I'll probably keep it even more simple. Hold up. Hold up. Bro, I don't know what it is, man. What it is. Sometimes you just have those beats where it just works. You know, you don't got to think about it too much. You don't waste too much time looking for sounds. I mean, it all flows together. This is one of those right there. All right, so now that we have everything already built, I'm just going to mix it a little bit. So we'll start off with the main sound right here. And this one, I want to make it a lot more full, so I'm going to add some chorus to it. Yeah, that's fire right there. Really adds a lot of volume to it. And then some EQ. Always got to cut out the low. See, I don't know what I did. Let me know how to fix this, but the plugins keep going behind the mixer. I have no idea why. Yeah, if you know how to fix this, let me know, please. All right, so we're just gonna cut out the low end. And everything else is pretty solid because I want this to fill in most of that mid-range. The only thing I'm gonna do is just cut out a little bit of the mid-range, just to leave a little room for the vocals. And the volume where I keep it at, I like to have it between -9 and -12 dB, anywhere in that range. We'll add the synth. And the synth, I really don't want to do too much to it. I think I'm gonna just add some reverb to it. And add some EQ. Cut out all the low end. And honestly, it's already pretty solid. I want it to be in the high range, but not too many highs. So it's already pretty solid where it is. Cut this right here just in case anything kind of clips up. And then just cut off a lot of that mid-range. Really allow the pad to kind of fill up the room. And as far as the volume for this one, I want it to be heard, but I don't want it to be too obnoxious, so I'll just bring it down a bit. Pretty good level right there. And then we'll bring it just slightly to the left. Wrong one. Just a slight amount so everything's not too centered. And then we'll bring in the synth string. And this one I kind of want to be like the main kind of sound that's kind of up front. So the only thing I'm going to do to this is just add some EQ, cut out the low end. And it's kind of already dominating most of the mid-range, so that's pretty solid right there. I'll probably just cut out a little bit of the high end right here. And yeah, it's pretty good right there. And then I'm gonna just bring down the volume. Have it just peaking somewhere around like -9. That's pretty good right there. All right, let's move on to the drums. So we're going to be using my Bankroll drum kit, so you can check that out. The link will be in the description. But first, let's start off with the sub bass. I like this intense one. Keep it just real simple. Just follow the bass line. Let's boost this. And the EQ is already kind of at a pretty good level. The only thing I like to do is just add an EQ to kind of see where we're at. So you can see it's kind of already at a pretty solid level, has a good amount of mid-range. It's not too heavy on the low end, but enough to kind of bring that real like dark feel to it, you know. So I'm gonna just boost, just slide around to the mids, so you can hear it a little better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Throw some hi-hats and a clap on here, or probably a snare. Like this one. I think we'll go with this one right here. Yeah, you see, I don't know what I did, because now when I open up the mixer, hold on. Now when I open up the mixer, let's say I open up the piano roll. Usually the piano roll would come up front, but now it seems like the mixer stays on here until I really close it out. So I don't know, you let me know if there's like something I can fix on there, because it's really bugging me. All right, let's add an 808 to this. We'll add this distorted one just because it has a real grimy sound to it. Add a little triplet at the end. Something like that. Alright, and then we're just going to boost this 808. Just make it a little more tough. I don't like to boost it too much and have it clipping too hard. So if it is kind of like I still want to add a little more punch to it, I'll go in the EQ. Bring up some of those mids. And then just add a kick, just add some more punch to it. I think I might just leave something simple like this. So when it comes in, it punches in hard, but it's not too much going on. Alright, so one last thing, we'll just go back to the hi-hats and add a couple rolls. Alright, so I do want to keep this series going, and I will still keep using stock VST plugins. I might end up using a couple paid mixer plugins like Halftime and just a couple other effect plugins. But if you guys like the drum sounds in this video, make sure you check out my bankroll drum kit. Link will be in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.